So the web app here also has a problem. The web app is doing a direct database connection into the IBMI. And I know, you can't respond here, obviously, because it's a one-way webinar, but I encourage you to think about whether or not you've seen this kind of thing in your company. I see it in almost every company that I work with. And that is, eventually, this web app ends up having a profile on the IBMI that is massively over-provisioned. Meaning there's a story that happens here that I see almost everywhere. Basically what that is you have the web app team that needs to talk to the IBMI team, and they keep on sending in their requests, and they keep on calling to the database, and they keep getting rejected, right? They need a new object, they need a new database table, and they don't have access to what they need, so they put in the call to the IBMI team, the IBMI team responds, they get the access that they need, and it takes some time. Well, eventually, both teams get tired of that arrangement. The web app team doesn't want to wait because they've got a deadline, and the IBMI team doesn't want to keep being bothered with that, and so what ends up happening is this guy ends up being an all-object profile. And that is really, really bad. Because what that means is that I've got a web app here that is external to the IBMI running on a separate machine that has credentials to the IBMI that can access anything on the system, and this machine is usually accessible to the internet. So now this guy, go back to our little attacker over here, this guy says, oh, if I can get into this Windows application, I don't even need to deal with IBM I Security. Yeah, the IBMI is solid. I don't even need to worry about it. All I need to do is get into this guy, and I've got credentials then that have all object authority on the IBMI. I can do whatever I want. Right? I'm free at that point. Right? And I've watched these vulnerabilities take shape, and I've watched them exploited, and it's really, it's a very natural thing that happens. But it's a huge problem from a security standpoint.